Evening, everyone. Huge welcome to everyone both here in person and joining us online to the Horse and Jockey Hotel for our draw for our Win a House in Cashel for Tipperary GAA. Thank you to those of you who've joined us, and hopefully we won't be too delayed here in what should be a straightforward process. Before we kick off, I'm going to invite current CEO of Tipperary GAA, Murtagh Brennan, up to say a few words.
Thank you, Brendan. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for being here in the auditorium of the Horse and Jockey for the draw for the Tipperary GAA Win a House. I'd like to thank everybody who's participated over the last number of months through ticket sales, and just to reiterate, all funds raised tonight go towards the development of a centre of excellence for our future hurlers and footballers. We've a big audience here in the Horse and Jockey, so I'd like to welcome you in person. And we're also streaming this draw live on Tipperary GAA YouTube, so a huge welcome to you too. Our draw committee have been inundated with entries over the last number of months up until today. We're delighted to announce we had a total sale of 10,730 tickets, so a big round of applause for that effort. And these sales were obviously done online through the winnerhouse.ie and also physical tickets that were sold throughout our clubs. Our draw has been supervised tonight by Ronan Spain of Spain, Fewer, Quinlan & Co. Chartered Accountants, who act as auditors to the Tipperary GAA County Board. Prior to the draw taking place, a thorough verification process was carried out by Spain, Fewer and Quinlan & Co. This process confirmed that all tickets are accounted for and properly registered. Once verification was completed tonight in the Horse and Jockey, all tickets were loaded into the drum beside me under the observation of our auditor. The draw drum has been sealed and kept under strict observation by the auditor to guarantee the integrity of this draw. The process will be, when the draw takes place later on this evening, Father Stapleton will be called forward. He will pick out the first ticket, which will be the winning ticket of the house. Father Stapleton will show that to the camera and then place the ticket onto the board. He will continue on and so forth for the second, third, fourth and fifth prize. Once the 5 tickets have been drawn, there will then be a process of validation where we will check the ticket number against the name on our database. So I wish you all the very, very best of luck, and once again, thank you all for supporting us here tonight. I'd like to now call forward our chairman, Jimmy Minogue, to say a few words.
Just on behalf of Tip County Board, I would like again to welcome everybody here tonight to this once in a lifetime, I suppose, draw for a house. And let's hope that whoever is lucky enough to win this great prize can have a long and happy life in Cashel, in a home which will be theirs forever. I suppose the idea of this draw came about maybe this time last year when we asked ourselves, what could we do to raise funds for Tipperary GAA and for the development of Tipperary GAA? And with that in mind, I suppose a small committee came together, and I think it was unbelievable the energy that they showed. And hence the idea of a house. Other counties have done it, why can't we do it? We did. And I think the success is seen tonight with the number of tickets we have in the draw. I'd like to very much thank that committee under the chairmanship of Mark Stapleton. You all know who you are, but you played a leading role and you gave some leadership to this venture. I want to thank that committee from the bottom of my heart. Numerous other people came on board. The people who, the Rachel Blackmores of this world, the Aidan O'Briens, the Tony McCoys, the 2 Johnnies, there was others as well. All those people certainly helped and were a big help in the promotion of this. So thank them for what they've done for us. Also, I think the people who developed the housing estate there in Cashel, Frankie Nolan, that company, I want to thank them for the way they treated us and the help that they gave us and the terms and conditions that they allowed us to have that house for. So I think with that in mind, I just wish everybody in the Drum the very, very best of luck, because tonight it's life-changing for somebody. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. So we're ready to get underway with our draw. So I will invite our special guest, Father Vincent Stapleton, up, and along with him I'll invite Jimmy back up and Micheál Tierney, Vice Chairperson, up to assist in the draw. I'd also like to ask Assistant Treasurer John Delaney to come on stage, as we're going to seal the drum before we commence, and that will be done following the draw of each ticket. So to remind you of the process, the first ticket that's drawn out by Father Stapleton will be the house, and then we will follow on with second, third, fourth and fifth prizes. So we're just making sure that the drum is spun 5 times on each draw. Keep things right. Okay. So Father Vincent would ask you to pull the winning ticket for our home in Cashel.
That's 50009752.
So we'll show it to the camera to confirm 50009752, the winning ticket for our home in Cashel. So we'll reseal the drum and we'll follow on now for our second prize, which is a trip to Disneyland, or a luxury cruise, or trip to Vegas to the value of €4,000. So we'll show it to the camera again. So to confirm 50009451, the winning number for a trip to Disneyland, a luxury cruise, or trip to Vegas to the value of €4,000. Our third prize is 1 week in Lanzarote, and that covers flights, transfer and a stay in a 4-star hotel to the value of €3,000.
50008832.
So that number to confirm is 50008832. The winner of 1 week in Lanzarote which covers all flights, transfers and accommodation to the value of €3,000. Fantastic prize. Our fourth prize for any soccer fans out there is a trip to see Liverpool versus Man United in the 2025-2026 season. Match tickets, flights and accommodation to the value of €2,000, our fourth prize. The lucky winning ticket number is 50005183. Our fifth and final prize is a European city break to the value of €1,500. And the final and fifth ticket is 50008945. The lucky winner of a European city break to the value of €1,500. That concludes the draw. Thank you to Jimmy and Mihal. Your work here is done, so we can ask you to have your seats. And thank you, Father Vincent, for doing the honours. So the team will go back and verify each ticket, and it should take a few minutes. So while we have that few minutes, I'm going to invite current Tipperary senior hurler Conor Stakelum up on stage for a few brief words with myself. Thanks, Con. We'll come over here, make sure you're on camera. Good to see you. So I suppose you're here obviously as a Tipperary senior hurler, but you also give a huge help out in the production of a lot of the content that was produced in the last, I suppose, number of months. Tell us a little bit about the company that you've set up. I suppose the Stakelums are renowned business people around the Thurles area, so was it something you always had in your mind, or how did it come about?
Yeah. To be honest, I just had enough of listening to my father inside at home. No, I suppose, Retake was set up with myself and Ben, a neighbour of mine. It derived from working inside my family business, and I just noticed that there was an opportunity there to create content to improve their storytelling and to get their message out there in the office installation or what they were doing and telling their brand story. And I suppose it kind of hit home with a couple of other businesses. We then started to ask who was doing the work for them, and I think then it was a time then to sit down with Conor Senior. I was working in the business ever since I could walk, and I just said, look, there's a good opportunity here to go out on my own and try and see what all this crack is about. So look, we decided about a year and a half ago then to take the leap, and we haven't looked back since. So yeah, loads of learnings. It's, to remind ourselves, we're not saving lives every day either. There's lots more to life as well. But I think, to be involved in this, I was just chatting to Ben before we came in here, and I think just so proud, to see the work that the team had done and to be involved in this and to see the work that was gone on behind the scenes, and that we the easy job then of just capturing those moments, I suppose. But yeah, that's where that came from. And look, we're tipping along nicely, and always trying to improve and look at different ways we can help businesses out. And this opportunity came up, we said, "Feck it, let's go for it."
It's great, and we wish you the best of luck moving forward with the business. You're doing great work, and I've no doubt you'll continue to do so. From a player point of view, I suppose sometimes, and I know from my own experience, you can get a bit clouded on, or in a bubble of just concentrating on training and playing matches. Did it surprise you the amount of work, just, I suppose, being involved in behind the scenes now over the last number of months and seeing the effort that goes on by a lot of volunteers and the effort that's required to do something like this? Did it surprise you? What really stood out for you over the last couple of months?
I suppose just the work that goes on, like, outside of the pitch, like we're, like you said, in that bubble, and you see the work that goes on from the kit men down to the manager, to the chefs, the nutritionists, all that. But there's a whole team then in behind that, and the county board, the work that's gone on there, particularly in the last 12 months, and the people that have rallied in behind, it just goes to show you, Tipperary, we're a very proud county, and I think looking at the likes of Rachel Blackmore, the two Johnnies, Aidan O'Brien, back to past hurlers, everybody just put shoulder to the wheel and wanted to dig out. So I think that really opened my mind to see, there's still a lot of support out there, and I know sometimes you can get a bad rap of, maybe the support not being there, but it's well and truly behind Tipperary, and I think there's so much positives to take from it as a proud hurling county. But yeah, incredible work. I mean, that it just right from the start, nobody afraid to put their hand up. Everybody wanted to help in some regard, and the businesses that got involved as well, the people that bought the tickets. It was always a slim chance of maybe winning a house, but when the tip people were called on, I think it was, that really was impressive.
And I suppose, again, from a player point of view, how important is it, Martin mentioned that the proceeds of this fundraiser will be put towards the development of our facilities and our infrastructure. How important is that, for a team to be able to prepare and train?
I mean, it's vital, and I think the game has moved on and the game has developed, and I think we need to come up to those standards as well. And it's just been a transition over the last couple of years, and this is what's needed. And I think it's going to bode very well for the future coming up, and the work that's going on in the development squads, right up in football and hurling. They're going to reap the rewards of this. But it is, it's players are putting their lives on hold, managers are putting their lives on hold, physios, masseurs, everything. So I think now to have the opportunity to build a facility that's up to standard for Tipperary hurlers and footballers, that's the requirement now. And I think, they can be very, very proud now that there's going to be something there in the coming years. I'll be doing well to see it maybe, but, those that are coming up, the future's very bright for them, and it's, to be very, very proud of what they've done.
Brilliant. And I suppose maybe to talk a little bit about this year's championship, and maybe reflecting back on the league. Obviously, a disappointing result in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but overall a really positive league and lots of development of young players. And how are you feeling now, I suppose, heading into championship?
Yeah, no, I think the league was a great opportunity for some of the younger players to come in as well, and to be fair to Liam and the lads, they threw them in straight away, and everybody got a fair run at it, and just great to see what's required. And obviously, it was disappointing in the league final. There's no point denying that, but I think huge learnings, and it's great to be tip teams back when matches as well, and lots of learnings, like I said. But yeah, onwards and upwards now, looking into the Munster Championship.
Absolutely, and we wish you the very best of luck, Conor, to yourself and all the squad. Thanks a million. Conor Stakelin. So our tickets have been verified. So now is the big moment to announce the lucky winners. So we're actually going to start. So the first name that I call out will be the winner of the 5th prize, the European City Break. So I'll ask Fiona to come up as I call out the names. You might write up the winners on our fancy chart there on the wall. So the winner of the European City Break, which was ticket number 50008945, is Sarah Sugru from Borrisalee, formerly Borrisacane. So congratulations to Sarah. The winner of fourth prize, which was the flights, accommodation and match tickets to Liverpool versus Man United for next season, ticket number was 50005183, and the lucky winner there is Mary Winston Connolly from Castlereagh, County Roscommon. So going heading up west. Congratulations to Mary. The winner of our third prize, which was 1 week in Lanzarote, and the ticket number there was 50008832, and the winner is Catherine Ryan from Dundalk, County Louth. That's Catherine Ryan from Dundalk. The winner of our second prize, which was a trip to Disneyland, a luxury cruise, or trip to Vegas to the value of €4,000. Our physical ticket number was 50009451, and the winner heading to Kilkenny is Aisling O'Keefe from Moonkyne. And last but certainly not least, the winner of the home or a cash prize of €300,000 is a South Tipperary man, winning ticket number 50009752, and the lucky winner is Stephen Dalton from Ardfinnan. So if you're watching, Stephen, congratulations. Well done to all the winners, and once again, thank you to the people who joined us here in the Horse and Jockey Hotel. Thank you to those who joined us live online. A huge thank you to everyone who was involved, from myself, having been involved over the last couple of months, to see the work that has gone on. It's been unbelievable, and long may it continue. I think this is the first of many initiatives that we'll be pursuing over the next number of years. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you for joining us, and have a good evening.